Yes. All right. Come on in. Everybody, good morning.
Good morning.
We're here out at the St. John Rex Park. Give you all a moment to step on in. I'm going to change direction so that the sun is not blinding you as you look at me. Um, we have lots to talk about this morning in a short space of time. I got the Reverend Dr. Dave Allen.
Morning, everybody.
His church is right down the block here. Member of the God Squad, valued member of the community. I'm going to turn around. So today we're going to be, talking on, of course, the same subject that we have been on for the last couple of weeks. This is the third week we are running for gun violence victim. And if you're joining us, why don't you like this video now and share this video. We got to make this thing go viral. And we're looking for my first request, of course, is for clergy. All right, this is a clergy platform. My first request is to have clergy to come out and run in the morning. All right, so I made a call. Thank you, Corey Provost and Sean from WhatsApp TV. They came when McLeod was killed. The young man was killed in Lincoln Terrace Park. We were running that week in Lincoln Terrace Park for victims of gun violence. And lo and behold, the same day that we were running for gun violence victim in the park, the same day, 3 hours later, someone was shot and killed in the same park. Same day we were running. Same day we were running. This is now week number 3. This is not a national movement. This is a grassroots effort. Local individuals getting together, coming to highlight the plight of our people. That gun violence is killing us. We're killing ourselves. So today we are running for a 1-year-old boy who was killed in Brooklyn 2 nights ago. Yesterday we were at the press conference. Today we're still running for the 14-year-old boy who was killed on St. Thomas. Him and his cousin Ricky, and we're running for justice for Aaron. Aaron was 14 years old. All life matters. All black lives matters to us. And killing of a 14-year-old, of course, is definitely unacceptable. And I'm going to be talking about the pain of the mother today on this program. But this guy that you see next to me is Pastor Dave Allen, and he is out running with me. So we got the first victim. How do I point?
The first disciple.
So what's up, sir?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much this morning. Thank Pastor Monrose for waking me up this morning. Actually, I was thinking last night that I can't do this, but hey, when you think about what's happening right here in Brooklyn and right here around the US of A, we got to do something. So and this serves so many purposes. It serves health, it sends a message, and it sends the correlation that we all need to get together. So thank you, Pastor Monrose. We're going to invite all clergy. Please come out. This is so beneficial to us. And especially after 90 days of being on lockdown. Come on out. So thank you. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Yeah, so as a matter of fact, at your church, in that area that we're in right now, unfortunately, even doing the best that you can do, out there, we had someone assassinated at your church, in that particular area. And as much as we outreach the community, you've been in that project over and over again, giving out food, PPEs, doing the outreach. People forget that the Boston Miracle was led by clergy. And don't forget too as well, Time magazine in 1988, I think it was, had on the cover clergy talking about God versus gangs, the power of religion, and what they were doing. They were showing how clergy locally, before you had cure violence, before you had all of this stuff, all of these cool tools that we have today, clergy were in the forefront, leading in Boston and Chicago, helping to go into projects, to deal with individuals, deal with young men. And so you have been doing that in your area too, and yet
Yeah.
still sometimes throughout the crack, we're still seeing people being shot and killed. It's like you do as much as you can do, but we're
Yeah.
like missing little holes.
Yeah. I mean, just think about it. Like last week or week before last, we had a young man of 21 years age who got shot up right behind the church, actually a block from here, um, shot up. And so, I mean, this was just a travesty to this neighborhood. And even though, like Pastor Monroe said, we give out food, we give out PPEs, I mean, I'm consistently in this neighborhood, going in and out of this neighborhood, but still this happens. And it's a reality that we all listen. It's not just Pastor Monroe's; he's doing an awesome job, but everybody got to come together. Everybody got to come together and do something because we need help. And this could be your child, this could be your daughter, this could be anybody in your family. So we definitely need you to come out and support us. And so it's not just one particular neighborhood; it's all of Brooklyn, all of Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, and today we look at oh, I forget to put the thumbnail in my rush to get on. I forget to put the thumbnail. I'll put it in after we finish, of the 1-year-old face of the baby boy who was killed in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
1 year old. I don't care what circumstances that you have. There's no way that 1 year old should be shot and killed on our streets. The other thing that I want to say is that I spoke to the mother yesterday of of um, Aaron Ashby. Sorry. And this has been Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today's Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Yeah. You be going? Today's Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday. He's tired, everybody.
Today's Tuesday, and up to Tuesday, I want to explain today, and I want to break it down fast. You tell me, based on your experience of dealing with humanity and the spirit. We have a mother who lost her son to a 14-year-old son. He was shot. He was killed. It has been 5 days, and I want to talk to all of the fathers today. He was shot. And it has been 5 days, and the family or the mom have no idea of exactly how her son. And I want to apologize to if any of the family members are listening. I'm going to speak freely, and so please forgive me as I speak freely about the pain and the details. And how could you have someone at 14 years old or 1 year old who was shot, killed on the streets, and not have closure in understanding exactly what happened to your child? So Dave, you explain to me in terms of the spirit of the man, from inner being of a man. How could a mother or a father live with the pain of burying their child, not know the details?
Right.
Not the. There is one thing that says about the surrounding of the situation, and I'm passing your church right now.
Yeah.
So you know, Dave. The surrounding, but not knowing the surrounding of the issues of this case. Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, someone is here by your church.
In front of the church.
Yeah, someone is knocking on the door. Hold on. This is amazing.
Y'all see if Pastor Monroe was trying to give me work while I'm in the park?
Wait,
I'm trying to exercise. He's trying to give me work.
Yes, sir. You looking for the pastor? Huh? 1 second. He's up here.
Oh, Lord. Pastor
1
Monday
second.
was giving me work to do. Y'all see this?
Oh, the post. Okay. No, somebody wants to join your church. You want to join the church?
I know.
He's here with me now, but we're live.
Hi, Pastor. How are you? You have a posting on the mailbox about a march. I was reading the posting. There's a march coming on the 14th. You didn't hear me.
He's probably losing. You could hear?
I can hear him. Yes.
Oh, he said that you have a poster on the door of a march.
Yeah, there's a march for peace on the 14th on your mailbox. There's a posting of that.
On the 14th?
Let me go check it. You don't know what you post on your church, boss? Sorry for the
No, I don't
interruption.
put no posting. You know what he's probably talking about?
SOS.
There you go.
You have a march today.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 14th.
March Against Violence. No, somebody put that there.
Yeah, SOS. They're good people. Yeah, thank you. You see that?
Good people.
Yeah,
The clergy of Brooklyn take liberty at my church. Take liberty.
Okay, hello. Yeah,
like, oh, Dave, this is Dave's church. Let's put something on this.
No, but Dave.
Yeah.
It shows us the one thing is that we are coming on and we're not making up stories. That's the problem. Doubt. Because right now I'm walking. Your church is right down the block, and someone stopped by. There's a poster that someone just randomly put of a march that's happened today because a young man was shot in this same particular area. Right? We're not making this up. We don't have to look for material. This is everyday occurrence. So, getting back to what I was saying, is that tell me about how could you as a mother, as a father, not know the way that your son or daughter got killed, not knowing like how many shots, not knowing what happened to your child in his last moment. What does that do to the psyche of someone?
Well, morning, brother. How are you? Let me tell you what happened yesterday. So yesterday we went out to that 1-year-old baby that was killed. So I got back home. I have a 5-year-old boy and an 8-year-old daughter. And my son, who's always trying to figure out, Daddy, where were you? So I said, hey, I went to a march of a 1-year-old baby that was killed. He was killed. So he was like, well, how did he die? Did he die in the hospital? This is my 5-year-old. And I said, no. I said, well, since you see it. So I said, you know how you guys like to sit on the stoop? Just imagine you're sitting on the stoop and then somebody comes by and shoots you up. And he asked me, this is a 5-year-old. He asked me, well, Daddy, why can't they just catch him and lock him up? And I said, I heard him and I felt so awful because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what if this is me and my 5-year-old happened? And I would have to reconcile that with my own self and my wife. And it really hurt me all night because I was thinking about it. I said, this is the worst news. The worst something that could happen to a mother or father. Now, to answer the second part of your question, there is no timeline of healing on this. There is no timeline. So that's why people end up doing things like start movements. You see mothers against drunk driving and mothers against this other movement. And they do that to heal, but there is no healing. You can't reconcile that hurt, especially when it's a gunshot. Sickness is one thing, but when some stranger come on a block and the innocence of your child is killed and taken away, how do you reconcile that? There is none. And so it's one thing to say God can heal and all of these other things, but say that to that mother in the time when she's crying, or the father who is looking to find answers. There is no answer. And so that's why we as a community have to come and be as much part of that healing process without putting a timeline on it. That's my answer.
Yeah, and the thing is that it shouldn't take 5 days for any parents to know how the son how the son died. And so specifically, we're talking about Aaron Ashby right now, right? Specifically to this case in St. Thomas. Because after 5 days, you're supposed to know basic details. Like number one, how many times my son gets shot? I want to know. Give me all of the details. I'm going to handle my grief. But I need to know that the child that I birthed, that I reared, that I spent all my time with, that I was expecting my aspiration. Number one, the first thing that I want to know is how the person died. That is the first question that needs to be answered before the family can do anything. And I'm saying to the families that you have to push to the point that all you need to say and all that is needed is, I need to know how my son died. And I thought that it's very strange that, not strange, I think that it is unbecoming not to know how that young boy died. And then also too, I want to know how my dad passed away. God bless his soul. We knew like his final moments. You're there with them. You know, you're in the hospital. You're deciding, do you pull the plug? Do you don't pull the plug? Do you allow your mother, your father to live? And the first question that everybody wanted to ask is, how did daddy die?
Right.
You know, was he experiencing any pain? You don't want to not 5 weeks after your father, your mother, your child died, and you still don't have the basic information about whether or not your son was shot in the front, in the back, in the side, in the head. You know, you want to know. And then you want to know, you know, what time he died. What was his last words? Did he say anything? What was the information that he gave? Did he ask for his mother? Did he ask for his father? Did he ask for his other siblings? What did he say? And it's a cruelty that how black skin and how black victims of violence. Hold 1 second. I'm here riding through the hood, so the music is up. Everything is going. 1 second, people. Give me a minute. It's like 8:30 and the hood is already up. But I'm putting neighbor in the hood. So, okay. So I think that one of the first things, and Dave, you know that we counsel moms all the time, parents all the time, with these cases. And the first set of things that I said to the police department when we talking to the parents is that you got to give the mother, you got to give the parents, the father, the sisters, the brothers, the cousins. You have to give them the first basic thing is that how did they die?
Right.
And once you do that, then you can move on to other things. But how could the family have closure if the first order of business that we don't know whether or not how the person died? And to me, that is unacceptable.
Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking about the young man. I'm actually at the back of my church, so you can see the end of Troy and Dean. And I was thinking about that young man who got shot up. They said that he posted on Facebook that he hoped that today is not the day he's gonna die. And a couple hours later, he took an Uber, got to the corner of Troy and Dean, and then got shot up. Right? How do you reconcile the Facebook post that he put up, and a couple hours later that he got shot up? How do you tell the mom? Well, how do you give that why? How do you say, well, this is what happened, and why? And the mom is going, how do you reconcile that why? And how do you do that? And I think that, to answer your question, one of the things that we probably as a church and as
turn up your volume a little bit more, Dave. Turn up your volume a little bit more. Check your volume.
Much better?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It's loud in this neighborhood right now.
I know.
Part of it is that we have to find the immediate response of responding to the mother, the parents immediately, and say, hey, this is what has happened, and here's A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, the next steps. And And what I've seen so far, especially in this community of Weeksville, it's always the police officers who's looking for evidence who shows up first. But really and truly, this is our Black community, and we should, as clergy and as people who say we serve God, we should be the first ones who show up and be like, hey, even along with the police, yes, and say, hey, what can we do? This is what we know, and start the healing process immediately.
Okay.
Not
yes. That is true. However, I think that one of the things that we have to look at is that the streets are always going to talk, right? The streets are always going to give you their version. But that is different. That is different from getting the official word from our government officials. And even though sometimes when you look at it, I am thinking that even like the district attorney, like here too in New York, the district attorney also have information about the case too, and they share that information.
Right.
So what I'm saying is this: is two things that we need to do. Is that the family of Aaron Ashby, and you got to say his name, and we want justice for Aaron.
Right.
The parents need to know exactly how the child died. That's number one.
Gotcha.
Number two, the community have to be so enraged that the Virgin Islands spirit cannot be resting right now.
Right.
There is no one, and I think that the family hails from maybe some lineages from Antigua too as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, and I think that in that spirit and in that sense, we have to make sure that the spirit in the Virgin Islands stays up. We can't allow for this to be like another opportunity to allow another Black young child to be killed and nothing is done.
That's
you know what it says to me, like when we as a community, and we had never met the Ashby family before, but it's still paying us because we have children, and the work that we do, we understand that mother, that parent, how they feel like the whole society have let them down because this young man did everything that he was supposed to do. Everything that we asked him to do, he did.
Right.
Everything that we asked them to do, he did. And yet still he was killed. And he was killed on the streets in Ras Valley. He was killed on the streets. Therefore, the community responsibility is to respond to this family and to make sure that the family have all of the answers in this particular case.
Right.
There is no way that family should not have all of the information after 5 days of what happened to their son.
You know, I'm thinking about this. And part of this too is as we respond, one of the tools that we need to have as clergy is having experts who can deal with grief response. And just hear me out for a second. I was listening to what you were saying yesterday about Aaron, how you're talking about he was shot in the back, right?
No, it could be. I'm not sure. I'm just saying that some people said that. I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. So, however, regardless, this is still a 14-year-old who was shot. Regardless, back, front, this is a life that was derailed, a life that was taken, regardless of how. It's still a life. And so we need to have grief responders who can comfort the mom. And because there's, Pastor Monrose, there are times when we don't have all the answers. And so even you say 5 days, but somebody, I was thinking about yesterday, and it was messing with me about someone said that the mother was still in the same clothing that she was holding her dead baby, and all the blood that was still on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving through different cases. So something we're talking about Aaron Ashby, something we're talking about the 1-year-old who shot and killed, something we're just talking about, unfortunately, the issues in our community. So go ahead, Dave.
So let's go back to
she was in the same clothes, right?
Right, she was in the same clothes. So think about that. Let's go back to Aaron now. And Aaron, how you should not. 5 days is just ridiculous as far as I count. 5 days, the pain increases if you don't know. I say to the people of my church, my leaders all the time, there's one response I just don't deal with. And they would know if they're on watching right now, they would tell you straight up, I don't deal with, I don't know. I need answers. And we have to stop saying we don't know, and start saying, all right, what can we find out? What information do we have right now to help the mother, to help the father, to help this family? And too many times that's the response of the church. We don't know. And come on, guys, we've got to do something. If we don't have all the answers, we need to have something. And we need to have something to get the mother, the father, the family to next. And then one day at a time after that. And that's why we need to have people who are equipped with grief counselors and everyone else.
That's right. Justice for Aaron. Justice for Aaron.
Justice for Aaron.
All justice around. For Aaron. All day, all night long in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. Justice for Aaron. There is no place. I don't care where you go. And if we see a story of a 14-year-old son who was shot and killed, a 1-year-old baby, all.
You're going in and out. He'll be right back. You blanked out.
Yeah, I know. It's when people call me when I'm on the phone.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. So my video is not back on yet. I don't know why, but if you could hear me, I'm gonna keep on talking.
You got it. Go on.
You could hear me?
I can hear you clearly. I'm sure everybody can hear you.
Okay. So
we can hear you, but we just can't see you. So keep going.
I know, right? Yeah, it's the it's like when someone call, I forget to put my phone on don't disturb.
Got you. Okay.
But we're gonna keep on going. So yeah. I think that I also forgot what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's live. So
you're saying justice for Aaron all around.
Yeah, justice for Aaron, justice for Aaron. I was saying that it doesn't matter whether or not we know the family, and we need to get out of that space. And the space in which we need to be in is the space that says we cannot allow for any one of our Black lives to be lost on the streets of wherever we live.
Right. Absolutely.
And not be disgusted about the fact that they have died. Right. So if you just if you on this live feed for some reason, you know, my phone, I'm trying my best to get my video back up. I don't know what happened.
But he needs to upgrade people. That's why.
But no matter where we go, no matter where we see crime, murder, violence, we're going to speak out about it. And we're definitely going to say to what? 1 second. Why my video is not coming on, man?
Touch your camera.
I'm touching my camera. 1 second. Let's see. Oops.
I'm still good. But it might be your camera. Check your camera.
Okay. Okay, I don't know. So what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna stop this feed.
That's right.
And then we're gonna come back. But I want to close by saying, we are at the point right now. Okay, hold on. Put it back.
It's coming. It's coming.
I need a good phone. Yeah, Rickford. I have a good phone. I've been paying a lot of money
I'm
for
not
these
sure.
phones.
You probably need a new phone, bro. I'm not gonna
oh my goodness.
I'm not gonna call a specific companies.
It is the devil. Get behind me saying, and I plead the blood of Jesus over this phone. In the name of Jesus, I touch you.
Amen. All right, let's see if it comes back up. Let's go.
It don't look like it's coming back. I have no idea what happened. This is the first time this happened to me. I don't know. Someone called, and I just went blank. So it's like,
Don't worry, brother. We said a lot today, and he'll be back tomorrow again. All right. There you go. Finally figured it out. Everybody, put your hands together.
The blood.
The blood works. You know what it said? The blood works, right?
That's right. Yes, Bishop Evans. Sounds of Blackness. When you hear the voice, all you see is black. All black phone screen matters.
All right, go on, brother.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is that we can't allow for these type of murders to be normalized, right? We can't allow for these life to be normalized. We have to be able to be in a space of anger all the time, righteous indignation. We have to be in that place all the time. We have to be in this space. We have to be in a constant state of rage. Because I'm saying to myself that, listen, we ask people to join the movement, but at the same time, we don't want, over and over again to come out and say, like, where is the outrage when we have like a 14-year-old is killed or a 1-year-old is killed? There's rage all the time. We before this happened to this 1-year-old, this is our 3rd week that we're running. All right. And if you're just joining the live feed or you watching this video and there's not a live red thingamajiggy up here, it means that it's a rebroadcast. And so what I'm saying is that we have consistently been in a state of rage. That's why we're running. And that's why we're asking people all around the country, in the Virgin Islands, wherever you are, and you're running, you can add that you're running for justice for Aaron, justice for people. We don't have a video to go viral. All we have is our passion, our love, and our commitment to families that we don't know, that I know for sure that they're going through such a passionate moment of grief that they feel that, the world is stacked against them, that they did all they should have done, raise a good son, out there, trying to be with family. His family was working, and to come and shoot and kill this boy. And we don't have a consistent rage of violence in our community, a consistent rage of the people who are hurting. It's all of our responsibility to support them. If it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to bury a child. And the village should be that we are all saying that, oh my God, how could I help that family? And the first stance to helping that family is that mother and the father and the family should know how this young boy died. That's the ultimate question. You want to know how he died, and they want to know how he died. I don't really need to know the details. All I know is that he's dead. But a mother who is grieving, a family who is grieving, I mean, you have your child and they go into the hospital and they end up dead, and you go to the doctor and you say, I want to know how my son died. And you're telling me that you can't give me the advice or the information of how that person died. You will never sleep well. And then on top of that, he got shot at 14 years old. And we don't have the answers for that mother. Well, that family, you are good. You are prayed up. You are righteous. Because some people would unturn every stone to find the answer. And I hope that they do that too as well. You got to fight. Don't allow your son life to be taken away on the streets of St. Thomas or the streets of Brooklyn or Guyana or New York or Antigua or wherever you are. And not get the answers that you deserve. Our children, they're not animals. You can't shoot them down on the street. Have them bleed out on the street and not know the reason and not know how your children died. I will never accept that narrative. Not in Brooklyn, not in the Bronx, not in Chicago, not in Indiana, not on the island. I will accept that narrative that we should not know how someone is shot and killed on our streets. These are our streets. When we talk about whose streets, in our march, whose streets? We say our streets. Yeah. So if it's our streets, we need to know.
Yeah.
I'm not even worrying about right now. The community give all the information, who killed the boy and what have you, kill Aaron.
Yeah.
But the family must know
Right.
how their son
Absolutely.
got killed.
Absolutely. Pastor Monroe, there's something called righteous indignation. And righteous indignation is when something has boiled up within you so much. It's not to go and do more evil, but to censor that evil, to nip it in the bud immediately. But you get so indignant, as my mom will say, you get so indignant against the wrong and the injustice that has happened that it just swells up in you and it causes a movement. And I think what we as a people need to do, not I think, what we should do, and you said it perfectly, if we say that it takes a village to raise a child, why in the world are we still sitting in our homes acting as if it's another day? So no matter where this has happened, in Tortola, in the USVI, in Antigua, in Barbados, right here in Brooklyn, every clergy needs to get up. Right now, no clergy should be sleeping. Zero. No clergy should be sitting at your desk trying to put on the next robe or what the next robe you're going to wear for next summer. As a matter of fact, you should burn all your robes right now and go back out in these streets because our children are in danger. And that's where the righteous indignation come up, because we have to. If they keep killing our children like this, guess who's going to be next? Clergy. And they're going to come after us. So we have to do something. And so that's what I'm saying. The righteous indignation should swell up within us as if it's a tsunami, and go out in these streets and say, listen, you told me about how a few years ago the God Squad camped all night on this particular street right here in Brooklyn, where y'all built tents and y'all had water for days. Remember you told me that? The same thing should happen. We should camp out in these streets and say, hey, we're not going to move until we get the answers for this family. We're not going to move. Aaron's life should not be in vain. His mother who is looking for answers to say, I did everything right, should see the righteous procedure happening for her child. That's all I'm saying. Like, we've got to stop playing games. Like, this is ridiculous now. This is ridiculous. And God is speaking and saying, you got to get out of. That's what, in a way, this pandemic is causing a lot of us to wake up, get out the church building, go back into the streets. Because that's where the gospel is. That's where the gospel is. And we got to do something.
So Bishop Michael Evans said that it's appointed unto man once to die, but not once to be killed. Thank you so much for that prophetic word.
Yeah.
So we thank everyone for joining our feed today. Thank you, Pastor Dave Allen, Representative Dave Allen.
Oh, here we go now. He's throwing titles at me, everybody.
Yes, for joining us on the run. Tomorrow morning, God's willing, between 6:30, we're trying to get up, man.
Yeah, get up tomorrow.
6:30 in the morning. Meet us in the park. We're going to be running for Aaron until the parents get the answer that they need. The family get the answer that they need, how the son died. We're going to keep the pressure on. We're going to keep it out there. Everyone, please hashtag justice for Aaron. Justice for Aaron. That's AARON. Justice for. Spell out the word FOR. Justice for Aaron. And put it on your Facebook tag. Share this video. Like this video. Share it to someone. Tag somebody. Let them know that we're fighting for a 14-year-old boy who was killed in the Virgin Islands. The reason that we're highlighting this is because the American paradise, there should not be any one person, young boy at the age of 14, being killed on the streets. And we don't know, the parents don't know exactly how their son or their daughter died. This is something that we all need to do. Our heart goes out to the parents, of the 1-year-old who was killed in Brooklyn, in Bed-Stuy. We saw the mother yesterday, and in the same clothes, our Aaron is Aaron. I like that. Okay, Bishop is spitting some stuff here today.
That's correct.
The line. So yeah, thank you so much, Bishop, for that.
Thank you, Bishop.
I saw the mother, like you said, You know, the mom have the same clothes in which her son died.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the same clothes on. She didn't want to change the clothes. This is like two days now. She don't want to take a shower.
Yeah.
This is the type of pain that we're talking about in our communities. And so, again, justice for Aaron. We want to make
Justice
sure
for
that
Aaron.
this is in the Virgin Islands. We want to make sure that this is not just a murder that is going to be, oh, we had a 14-year-old boy who was killed. No, we want you to say his name. His name is
Right.
Aaron Ashby, and you need to learn his name. And not only that, but you need to work in his name. We're going to do it for the family. All right? So God bless everybody. Thank you,
God
Pastor.
bless y'all.
See you
Thank
again.
you, Pastor Monrose.
Doing
Doing the clock at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah. So come on
God
out.
bless y'all.
Oh,
All clergy, come on out. Let's do this
Pastor
together.
Pastor Nancy Peer and Eric Peer, pastors, they told me that they want me to come out and do some exercise with them in the afternoon, but they're going to tag too as well, Justice for Aaron. And so Pastor
Amen.
Nancy and Eric Peer from Brooklyn is going to be doing exercise this week for Aaron.
He's awesome.
We are building the army one by one. All right?
Right.
Clergy army coming to the aid. Justice for Aaron.
Justice for Aaron.
Thanks again, Pastor.
God bless y'all. Thank you so much for having me.
All right,
Take care
be
now,
good.
guys. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Be blessed.